Hello, you cockwombles, and welcome back to Squire Syndrome TV podcast. I'm Ben Gilman. Like, fuck the intro. I'm going to keep going. Anyway, as always, I'm joined by a woman who's I've got a complaint with her wedding tables. She hasn't put me and my wife on there because we're one of the greatest romantic couples of all time. It's Helen Carnes. You've muted yourself, love.
Gosh, what a disaster. I said, hello. Yes, I am. Yeah, well, I don't know about you guys. I've not watched you on television. So.
Hey. Hey. And I'm joined by another woman who just doesn't think there's enough titty men couples on the wedding tables of Helen's wedding. It's Tara Chloe.
Hello, it's I.
And a man that really does think it's unfair and not diverse enough. He really does think that you should make room for a man and his right hand to be a couple at the table. It's Troy Salmon.
What the heck is going on over here? What is this?
Always been a number one wanker.
Oh
Yay!
Gosh, and I need titty women. I need titty women. That's what I need. I need titty women. That's what I need. I'm going on the go. I need more. Man. Come on.
How are you noise terrorists doing this week?
Noise terrorists.
Good.
I'm doing all right now. Oh, God.
Last night.
What's a noise terrorist?
Don't know. It makes noise terrorists. I went with it.
Okay. I'm good. Yes.
Oh, avocado roll.
All my stuff I'm saying has put Helen back in times of like, oh my God, what did he just say?
Noise terrorist. I'm using that now.
Noise terrorist.
I'm using that. You're alive. I'm using that.
Tara's got an avocado out.
Oh my God, you know the kid called it a coconut?
That is literally, she's got an avocado in her hands.
Oh my God, the kid called it a coconut.
That sounded rude.
Oh, so cute. Whose cat is that?
It's my neighbour's cat.
Right,
he made a guest appearance. In the last episode. But yeah, he comes most days to say hello. I think he lives with children in his other house, so he enjoys the peace here.
Oh, he can't hear.
No, he can't hear. I've got my headphones on, but he's fast asleep anyway.
Okay.
Lovely. Cats have no loyalty. All right, so have you guys ever seen a movie called Hellraiser? I know it's not a TV show, but
yes,
I watched that the first time yesterday.
I have seen Hellraiser. You
haven't?
I have, yeah, I have.
It's a crazy movie. I thought there'd be more Pinhead in it.
Okay, it looks scary.
It's a good movie. It's just a bit effed up. I had to explain it to my wife because she was working while she was doing it, and she kept turning around, and I'm just wondering why there's a bloodied man in a suit walking around. Just it's a bit weird trying to explain that film to my wife. But yeah, it's all right. It's not terrible. I thought it was a bit weird.
Well,
they don't explain who Pinhead is, what the other people are. By the way, I'm going to call it out now. Resident Evil stole Nemesis from this film. There is one that is literally Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. They legitimately stole the whole design of Nemesis from this film. They did.
Which creature are you talking about? I know what you're getting at. But which creature?
The one with the big the teeth.
The Chatterer.
Yeah. It is Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. If you watch the Resident Evil films as well, you know what I'm talking about.
Actually, you got a point. Yeah, you got a point.
Me and my wife looked at it and went, that is Nemesis, right? That is Nemesis. That's
not big version of him. Yeah.
They just put him on steroids in Resident Evil.
That is him, man. You got that's wow, yeah.
The acting was interesting. Pinhead, I didn't really feel, he looks like he's going off to a Camden rock club in Camden.
Yeah, but you didn't know Clive Barker.
Then again, a lot of Londoners are that ugly, so that would just look like a normal day in Camden. Hellraiser. But basically, it was okay. It was fine.
Just okay, Ben. It's a classic.
I've heard the sequels get progressively worse. Yeah,
it does.
She gets rid of them by using the magic Rubik's Cube thing, which is
Yes.
Interesting. I was going to make a sex joke about how she uses her box to get rid of them, but we're not going to go there. But yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, I don't know why it took me ages to get to the first Hellraiser, but I'm doing research for a horror podcast, so I'm trying to consume as much horror as possible.
The man configuration.
Something that we will start recording in a few months' time. Yeah, actually. So we already discussed off camera what the picks were. I went with The Omen. Somebody went with Wicker Man.
Yeah, Wicker Man tells me.
And what did Tara went with?
Yeah, what was it?
The medium.
Medium.
Helen, on camera, would you like to tell us what your first pick would be?
Oh, that's a tough one. I might have to have a think about that.
Because the first two were like The Wicker Man and The Omen, and we're like, Jesus, those are two big boys to start off with.
They are big boys, so maybe I should think about one that's a little bit smaller and a little bit less well known.
Yeah, you have to go in sequence, though. If it's a series, it has to go from one to ding. We're not jumping any queues here, people.
Oh, so is it got to be like part of a bigger franchise?
Oh no, if you're
that's
going to go for a franchise, you have to start at number one.
I think the kind of stuff that I have really gotten into, and when I say gotten into, I mean obsessed with, is the Ari Aster Midsummer and Hereditary. I think it would be one of them.
Oh, those are four big boys coming down the table right there. Some big Hulk Hogan style muscles going on there. Like, any one of those two would be perfect. Like, Jesus Christ, they're both brilliant films in their own way.
So good.
Midsummer's incredible.
I literally, there is one scene in Hereditary with the girl in the car. That when that happened, I just went, oh my, it came off. You know, like in
yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, his head's off. Oh, her head's off.
And you're so not expecting it because she features so heavily in the trailer that you think she's the main character.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Shock.
So when it happens, it's like proper shock time.
You're like, yikes. Damn.
But then it's in the title, isn't it? Her head hit tree. Nobody got that joke.
I did that for weeks after, and everyone got really pissed off at me because I started to do.
Yeah, I got it, Helen. I got the joke. I got it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got it.
And my wife, I think at one point my wife just asked me to stop doing that noise because the first time I saw Hereditary, I was literally for weeks afterwards just
jumpy. There's a YouTube video out there. I don't know, but you need to look it up, and it's Hereditary trailer, but all the clicks are Alyssa Edwards from Drag Race.
There's a video I've seen of someone just going on transport in London and just going in people's ears, and there's one guy just turns around after 10 minutes, mate, you do that again, like, kick your head in, like literally losing it. Turn around and go, you do that again, and I'll break your face. Like.
Why was he doing that? Why?
Because that's the noise that they make in Hereditary. The kid makes in Hereditary when she's possessed.
Oh my god! Seriously, if someone do that in Singapore, they're gonna get complained and arrested.
Oh my god, she did that to people. I would have said.
Oh my god, seriously, damn annoying.
Get like Okada clothesline. Like,
I would have flipping straight rainmaker it real quick, man. What the heck, man?
Rainmaker, just like have him spin in the air and land flat on his face on a tube line. Rainmaker!
Straight Bradshaw level, 4,000 hell levels.
Rainmaker is a stiff ass clothesline. It looks like it kills like a bullet, like a proper head clothesline. Just murders fools.
Oh my gosh!
Lands people on the back of their heads.
Like made in Japan real quick. That Shingo made in Japan real quick.
I mean, if someone did that to me overseas, I'm most likely to slap them. But even if I slap them here, I'll be held accountable for assault. But here, I'll just report it. But if someone did that to me overseas, I'm just going to slap them.
Oh, it's the worst noise in the world. So we've gone on to the horror thing. We are going to do the horror thing in a couple of months. We just need to appear in the artwork.
I tell you what's worse. You know, there's a bird here, bird in Singapore that always goes coo every morning.
Oh god!
So I imagine someone on the tube went in like coo. Yeah. I swear, even when I hear that bird, I get so annoyed. I'm like, shut up.
I mean, the fact is, in London, if you even look at somebody in the tube in the morning, you're likely to get at least a stern talking to.
There was one
to come in into.
There was one time in London where I called like Singapore from London, and I heard whoo in the background. There I'm like, oh fuck, it's the bird is still alive.
It's come for me.
Yes.
I mean, I've seen a video online of someone. Oh, I can't remember what it was now.
Bird. I'm actually looking for the bird, the name of the bird.
I can't remember what I was going to say now. It's gone. It's gone. It's left.
You know what? The horror franchise I've literally just watching recently. I'm on part 4 right now. Silent Night, Deadly Night. That's a great
Oh, I
series.
only got to the first one. I can't find it
That's
on any streaming platform anywhere, like except for Shudder, and I'm not paying £5.
I found the way to watch them. I like the first 2. The rest is just kind of.
Oh,
Yes,
Wreck.
found it.
Wreck is one I've seen. That is a
Shit.
massively.
But you talking about the Spanish one, the original?
Oh, I'm not watching the original one. I'm not
Oh,
watching
the original.
No, Wreck
one
is
is
not
incredible.
bad. I don't like the camera work there. It's a bit too shaky. Try and make that a bit less shaky because it's literally 24/7 shaky,
Right.
shaky, and it's a bit overrated as well. Sorry, it is.
Definitely.
It's okay.
The original Spanish one, top tier.
It's still okay. Anyway, we're here to talk about TV. You'll see the horror podcast in a few months' time. Let's get back.
Yes, so the cool bird is called the Asian koal. I just sent the link. It's actually a mating call. I just found out.
I've got something called shit your pants meter ready to go for every episode, every film that we watch. How bad did you shit your pants? I'm working on it. See, I've got all these ideas. Anyway, so today I'm going to start talking first because we're 11 minutes.
Go on then.
People came for the TV and we're talking about horror movies. We will separate those two communities soon. So I'm here to talk about Drag Race versus the World, UK versus the World.
Oh my yes, very exciting.
Straight in there. I think they've screwed it already. I think there should be a lot more queens. I think they've picked the wrong queens. 9 queens. Make it 20 queens. Make it a big battle royale. But get the best queens in. Give me some season 2, 3 queens from UK. Don't just do season 1. Don't just give me Jujubee for the 4th time. Sick of her face now. Monique.
I'm of a bit different mind. I think they've gone for what's going to be entertaining rather than what's going to be good, art basically.
Why
so
you show a hole here then? Go get me Lawrence Cheney.
Well, they've got some shady bitches on there. They got some comedy bitches on there, and yeah, I think.
Neither.
Huh?
Cheryl Hole is neither. Go get me.
Oh, Cheryl Hole is entertaining. I love Cheryl Hole. She was one of my favorites.
Awful.
From her season. I love her so much. I think she's brilliant. I think she's
needs to go in a black hole and just die and just go out of existence. She's a talented whore.
I respectfully disagree with you there. I think she's
as well, which means she can definitely bomb that side of the world and get away with it.
See, the thing is I love Jimbo.
Jimbo! Can we talk about Jimbo?
I just love her so much, and I think bringing her back is a stroke of genius because she does have a score to settle.
You guys will enjoy. Jimbo broke the rules of drag.
100%.
Bring this thing. She comes out like this thing from bloody Spirited Away, like a black and white ensemble, and then starts. It's a drag race like thing. Jimbo, I've seen her in Canada's before, and she's like one of our favorites from the Canadian one. She's really different. She reconstructs. She's not like just a dress and blonde hair. She's really artistic. A Canadian queen. She came out and started throwing was it pancakes or meat?
It was meat. She had she was like pregnant and then she gave birth to some meat.
And then threw them at the judges, and did some artistic, funny faces that had me laughing my arse off.
Yeah, it was proper mime. And Jimbo was kind of got a score to settle because she came 4th in the Canada's Drag Race and she was not happy about it. She had a massive tantrum. She had a massive tantrum when she got eliminated. Like basically saying how horrible everybody else was and how she was the only talented one there. So she's definitely got a score to settle and she's definitely going to make it weird. And that's why I'm really excited to see her on there.
What I like about Jimbo is like obviously all the queens meeting each other from various countries is the first time. It's excitable. I still think they could have had more queens you could mix them in, but there's that lovely bit where like the Canadian queens are like, oh yeah, are your best mates? Are it's like, well, yeah, but we're just because we're from the same country doesn't mean that we like each other, which is important.
Yeah, that is so true, yo.
I like Jujubee. I'm glad Monique Hart. I like her. My wife doesn't. I love the cockiness. She's funny. She's back. There's a Thai one, and the thing is, Singapore, Thailand, yes, and she's the host. She's never done the competition before because in Thailand, RuPaul hasn't got around to that because there's only so many places she can be in a year. UK, Australia, England, America. She can't go to every country and film 12 weeks worth everywhere. So she's the host. And so you don't know what she can bring. And she ends up being the strong one from the first week. She shows everyone, actually, I can kick all you bitches' asses. And she's a really strong contender. I think it will be Bag of Chips, Jujubee, and Jimbo.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're going to be so bad as to make Jujubee a runner-up again. Because this is our fourth go-round, isn't it?
RuPaul hates it for some reason.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be really interesting. I think I think Cheryl Hole, they picked the most British queens you could possibly think. Well, I can't read it. Hang on, but it's football. Yeah,
sorry, I was just doing the FA Cup draw. Sorry.
I mean, Blue Hydrangea's from Northern Ireland, so I suppose calling her British is a matter of her opinion. But I think they've gone for quintessentially British rather than quintessentially talented, which I find quite good. And I think I'm really excited to see what they all do, but I'm also really excited for Jimbo to have another tantrum.
I loved Blue Hydrangea's little can dance though.
That was amazing.
It was a good first episode because these are high-level queens. I'm glad Lemon's gone because really I think Lemon didn't bring it, and I reckon Cheryl Hole's going to be gone very quickly as well. But then again, each week it depends. You have to bring it each week. If you have a bad week, you're gone.
Yeah.
And some of the crapper queens can really hide away if someone's having an absolute nightmare of a week. If you're consistently average, you can hide away for a couple of weeks, but eventually you're going to get tossed out.
Lemon coasted on pretty on her season in Canada's Drag Race, and she thinks she can do it again. But that was a sharp learning curve for her.
International star woman, you're bringing some of the best from every country. You've got to bring. The Dutch one is in trouble as well, I think.
Yeah,
that's why you should have more queens. One from Thailand and one from Holland isn't good enough. I think you should have 20, 3 from England, 5 from England, 5 from America, 3 from Canada, and maybe a couple from Thailand and Holland. I noticed that no Australian and New Zealand women were brought along because that season was garbage.
Also travel restrictions, I think, as well, might have had.
Well, it's good because they were all average bitches and don't deserve to be on this world platform. Prison colony right there. No, I'm joking. I'm not going to say that. No. But I'm enjoying it so far. It should be good. It's RuPaul's. And I'm glad to see Bagger again. And I do love Blue. Cheryl Hole hopefully gets exterminated next week. And I'm interested to see, like you said, Jimbo have a massive meltdown when she doesn't win.
Yeah. Like if you go on YouTube or see if search for Jimbo having a Jimbo reading. I think it's Rita Baga he has a go at, isn't it? When he doesn't win the challenge. It's just art. Like it's just he's just so petulant. I love it. Bad loser.
Definitely.
And you learn in episode 1 that he hasn't spoken to anybody else from Canada's Drag Race because he is such a bad loser.
Yeah, definitely. And that's not good. That's not good. But that's what I love about the show. It's garbagey stuff.
It's easy to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's that one. And I wanted to talk about Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, because we've now got to season 5. When I say we, I mean me and my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, Helen, you said that Salem starts to look a little bit garbagey. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it yet. We're in season 5. He's still, but if you've seen it, you 3 of you have seen it. I've noticed that they've made a big old problem. They've got rid of Harvey. They've got rid of Libby. They've got rid of all the funnier side characters. They've downplayed Sabrina's magic use into college, and it's shit. Not shit, but way down.
Mm.
They've had to find stuff for the aunts to do, and it just feels like it's lost. The new people are just not as funny as the last lot. And I think season 4 was maybe the last high point of Sabrina, because I don't want to watch season 6 or 7 now. I don't care anymore. It feels like it's fallen off a cliff.
Yeah, I think the latest is not as fun watching her in college and work as it was watching her at school, but I understand that they had to change it.
There are good things. She's more likely to solve the problems herself instead of running to her aunts every 5 seconds. I did bring it up. I was a bit sick of Sabrina always ignoring people's advice and them using magic to solve all problems. Now it's gone in the other direction. There's no magic and she's solving her problems, and that means that there's no room for the aunts now. So it's kind of like a middle ground. There's no Harvey. There's no Libby. There's all the great characters have been axed for other things. I'm not happy. I'm kind of glad I don't have internet for a couple of weeks. Then maybe I can go just and ignore it. I don't know if I'm going to finish it.
Well, I don't think you have to. I think it's all right to say, oh, well, I liked it with the high school one, but then it got a bit boring for me.
Because now it feels like a normal sitcom. Now that all the magic's pretty much gone. There's no other realm stuff to go and hang out and be weird and stuff. I love all that.
Yeah.
Gone. And like, I even missed like the laundry door, like the door into the cupboard. The airing cupboard's now no longer a magic door. It's just
a portal to the other realm.
And when they go back to the old house, the aunt's house, it feels like it's slammed into a different show again. It feels like, wait, this doesn't feel right. This feels like Friends, the cast of Friends going on to Sabrina the Teenage Witch, or the Power Rangers coming in to hang out in the house. You know, it's a bit like, that's weird. It's like David Beckham turning up with a football and going, all right, Sabrina, I'm dumb. I'm David Beckham.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. Yeah, all the charisma of David Beckham is in his haircut. Anyway, so
come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Most overrated footballer of all time. He can cross a ball, can he? So I'm taking a shot.
Come on, don't do that. It's one that. Highlight legend. Come on, just.
Yeah, but at least it's still got Salem. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, but we should talk about this one more thing. Neighbours has been cancelled. Yay!
Wait, what?
Neighbours has been cancelled.
No, I don't think it's been cancelled. Has it been cancelled in Australia, or is it just America? Is it just not being going to be shown here anymore?
Good. Take Home and Away with you. Cancel EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale. Take all the soaps. Fire them off into the moon.
I'd be a bit gutted about Neighbours being axed, because it was such a big part of my youth. Like, I don't watch it anymore. I haven't watched it since it went to Channel 5.
Still fucking? Are they still a couple?
I don't know.
They're most probably like watching the Tales of the Crypt Keeper together now. They're most probably so old they're just bones, and there's just.
You remember that?
I don't know where I'm going with this, but I saw Neighbours was cancelled in the UK, so I'm just thinking.
Yeah, it has been.
A couple of years ago, the Kennedys were still together. I'm thinking, wow. They're like two old skeletons, like from the Nightmare Before Christmas. This is, you know.
Jack Lantern.
Yeah, basically. Anyway, I'm going to move on. That's it. I'm done. This is me done for the week.
Fair enough.
Neighbours. Lovely.
Yeah, I was literally looking at it. I was like, oh, snap. So,
such a big part of my childhood, Neighbours. Like, I was really into it.
Neighbours, everybody has neighbours. The Kennedys having sex.
Neighbours are the memories, man. Memories of neighbours. Memories. Oh my god.
Kennedys were always horny, man. They had like a box of sex toys at one point. I remember that
Kennedys are always like that.
Seemed to go missing or something happened to it, but it was a bit like, oh, okay.
Kennedys. Oh man. Who's next? Who's gonna go next?
You go next, Troy.
You go next? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go next. Let me do it.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So let's just kick this off. Something that I've been watching recently. Shall I just quiz first or second? Okay. Let me go Reacher for the first pick.
Oh, my partner's watching that right now.
Amazon
Prime, baby.
So, about Tom Cruise is 10 times better, right?
Tom Cruise. This guy's the man.
That little pint-sized midget dwarf, whatever you want to call him, is really overrated. So I'm glad that he's not in this remake, in this new series.
Alan Richards, man, this guy is too good. Titans, Blood Drive. This guy's incredible. This guy's so underrated.
Does he jump up and down on a sofa telling Oprah how much he loves someone? No.
Why you got my boy Tom Cruise like that, bro? Come on, man.
Him and David Beckham should just be melted like Terminator 2 in the molten lava, and they just die that way. Anyway, keep going.
But yeah, based off the Lee Child book, the Jack Reacher series, everyone knows about that series, one of the most popular books in existence. This is based off the first book, so this is kind of going into the roots of the actual original story, instead of like the movies, because the movies kind of veered away from that, the actual books. This one is actually told the story about going to a place called Malgrove, where Reacher literally just walks into town. This guy, everyone's seen Alice Richardson. You know how good this guy is. This guy is huge, bro. Everyone when first saw this was like, oh, so what the heck is that? This is just the new Jack Reacher. This guy's massive. But yeah, I love this guy, man. I love this guy, man. So good, man. But he plays this role to perfection. I feel anything he puts his hands on, it's usually solid. So he plays the heck out of it. He's this ex-military field agent who literally just rocks up in this story, he kind of just rocks up to this town, as I said before, where his brother kind of told him about this place, about this old blues singer, and he went there to kind of visit it because to kind of get a nostalgic feel for his old family that hasn't seen in years. So he goes to this place, goes to a special bar, gets a peach pie, you know what I'm saying? The Southern hospitality, gets some of that peach pie, just want to try it out real quick. Gets arrested because he shows up in his town. He's not supposed to be there because he's got these warrants out on his arrest. So that's how kind of the story just kind of kicks off. And he gets arrested and he meets what's Malcolm Goodwin. I think that's the character. Anyone who's seen iZombie knows who that is. He's like the cop, the black guy, the black cop, even like the iZombie. So great actor, by the way. He's a great actor. He plays like this in charge of this police force. He's in charge of that. Wears this suit. He got the glasses. It's funny as heck because he's like this health nut, and Reacher literally eats so much garbage. But yet he goes, "How do you stay like that, looking like that, or looking all buff?" He goes, "I don't know, man."
Don't say buff because Tara's gonna be tapping away in a minute.
Oh, trust me, hey Tara, you don't trust me. Type in Alan Richardson Reacher. Type that in right now.
Alan, what?
Yes, Alan Richardson. Type in Reacher, the TV show.
Whatever noises happen next is Tara's relation, nothing to do with Spy Syndrome. If she starts moaning, it's her own fault.
Is it Alan Reacher? ALANREACHER?
Yeah, yes. Type it in. You know, I think you know where you go. I don't know if you've seen it. You've probably seen it.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Yeah, type it in Alan Reacher. Yeah.
What about him? I only see him with his shirt on.
Hey, I gotta say no more. You gotta do your own research, but you know when I say it, you already know. But
wait, let me Google shirtless. Ooh la la, titty.
I knew it. I knew Tara's gonna love it. But
pair of well padded man titties.
Oh my gosh, here we go. I set her off. But
and a fucking big bicep.
Ben, you're muted. I can't hear the greatness. You're muted.
I said, you've now diverted this podcast in the 5 minutes you've taken it in your mouth. Well done. New record.
I'm doing Tara just to give her a shout. I had to do it. Because he's the main guy of Reacher. That's what we talk about right now. So he's like the main guy. But yeah, he's arrested and they're trying to find out why he's in town. And then there's this kind of conspiracy going on in this small Malgrove place. And there's this underlying like counterfeit money scheme going on. And he's trying to solve that. And at the same time, I don't spoil anything because some people haven't seen the show. But there is something that happens to Reacher and why he's more in tune with what's going on, and he wants to actually find out what the thing is going down in this town because of that thing happening to him and his past history. So that kind of ties into it all together. So everything kind of ties in with Reacher in this small little town, and he doesn't know why. So I don't want to go too deep into the story because it does get kind of complex after like episode 4 or 5. That's when it kind of delves right into the storyline. But great action. Because there is a set piece where he literally goes to prison. So I don't want to spoil too much, but he does have to go to prison. There's a great set piece going on, and it kind of takes it there in certain scenes. I'm like, oh, oh snap, he does that. I'm like, okay, Reacher. Like, I mentioned, you know, he does great action scenes anyway. They've seen his work, so they can kind of rely on him on those kind of scenes, the kind of heavy lifting. You know what I'm saying? The great action scenes, so it can do that. But yeah, great plot. The plot is pretty solid as well. The actors in this, they're also they're always good actors anyways. Anyone who's seen the Scream TV show? Ben, I know Ben's seen it. The Scream TV show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Helen. Yeah, you should probably see it as well. So yeah, she stars in it as well. She's a cop who works with Malcolm Goodwin and Ali Richardson throughout the show. They're like the main three. I think her name is Willa Fitzgerald. She's like the main character, the one blonde hair in Scream. She stars this in the show as well. So her, Malcolm Goodwin, Alan Richardson, so yes, those three, they're kind of trying to solve this mystery of this town because her dad died in the show, which is showing the first episode anyway, so that's not a spoiler. Because basically she find out and then she's trying to find out what's happening there, with her family, because her family is literally the founders of this town, and there's this other family who's literally in charge of the town now, and they kind of pushed her family to the side. And she's kind of just a sort of small town cop now, just a basic cop. And it looks like she's kind of been put to the back burner in terms of riches, because she's kind of just like there at that point, just living there. And this other family just like literally just taking over this entire place, and they're the rich ones now. So there's kind of tons of overarching storylines going on in the show, and I love it every second of this show. I was surprised how good the show was. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good show, because I saw the trailers, but I was like, oh my god, this is actually, I'm like, it gets you hooked. That's all I'm gonna say. It gets you hooked. That's all I'll say about the show. It just you start binging it because the whole season's out on Amazon Prime. All the 8 episodes. Yeah, so those are out. But yeah, I say go check out Reacher, based off the Lee Child books. The Reacher series, based off the first book as well. And it does take it differently to the movies. If you're a fan of the Tom Cruise stuff, this guy takes it there, bro. The show takes it there. But yeah, that's my first pick. Because you guys have seen the trailers and stuff, haven't you? Yeah. So what do you guys think of the trailers when you first saw it? What do you guys think of it?
When I saw that was no Tom Cruise, it made me go, yes, I'm going to watch this.
Especially Ben. He was like, I'm going to watch it. But
my partner's been watching it, so I've kind of picked up bits of it while he's been watching it, and it seems like a lot of fun. Yeah.
He likes it.
He loves it. Yeah. Well, he's watched it all in like 24 hours, so I'm guessing he thinks it's good.
24 hours, wow. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Beats the heck out of it. Because I was gonna do that, but I was like, let me just save it real quick because I have other stuff to watch. I just want to savor it. I want to savor this show because the show's so good. I watched like episode, and I was like, I gotta stop. But kind of do some stuff. But yeah, really good show. First pick, Reacher, Amazon Prime, 8 episodes. Go check it out now. Sold out. So, second pick, Raising Dion, season 2.
Okay.
Because I watched the first season. This show is incredible. I really like the show. And this is like a kids show, but it does have adult themes within this show. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, Raising Dion.
I haven't. No, tell us a bit about it.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, I want to tell you guys about it because I want you guys to watch it. Because Raising Dion is about this little kid who inherently has these abilities from his father, who is Michael B. Jordan. in the first season, the second season, because he literally created the show. He actually made it from an actual book, a short story from a guy called Dennis Liu, because it's like a comic book that he created, and Michael B. Jordan kind of translated it to the screen. He's like the main producer of the show, so he's in it for like little bits in the first season because he's the dad, and he kind of went missing for like most of the show because he got absorbed by this entity called the Crooked Man.
Mm-hmm.
This electrical storm creature, and it looks incredible. If you can see a little bit of it, this show is so good. It's so good. And Dion is the son of Michael B. Jordan, and him and his mum living this life, and the Crooked Man is literally after him because it wants his power for some reason. It wants to get stronger because he's like this special kid because basically what happened was the group of scientists went to see the Northern Lights, and there was a special event that was happening, and all of them got hit with these kind of spores, and they all had different abilities. Everyone had different abilities. Some could like control the earth. It's kind of like an X-Men type situation. It's like these kind of mutants, and it kind of has this In the season 2 now, it has this. Anyone seen the anime Parasite or read the manga Parasite? It has like a little thing where we've got these green spores going to people, and it's literally taking over the entire town. So this is like season 2 now, and everyone's getting infected by this almost supernatural alien threat that Dion and these other people with powers have to stop. And it's like, oh my, this show is too good. I can't go any more into this show because this show will be bingeable. Just like Reacher, this show is bingeable as well. And kids shows, it has a fine line most of the time with me because they have to be either really good or it's really trash. I mean, me as well. Yeah, as you know, Helen, because with kids in any
anyway, fine, is it?
Yeah, there's a fine line there with me. They can be really annoying, or they can be tolerable. Or you're like really good. You're like, oh my days, I love the inclusion of these characters. And it has a good balance of child and adult actors in it as well. Because Dion has a little gang, what he calls the girls invisible girls. There's a girl in a wheelchair. She's kind of got the visibility going on, so they can't put that in there, which from season 1, which works because there's school friends. He befriended his school bully in season 1. He's part of the gang now. So you've got these little things going on, almost like a Stranger Things vibe kicking on there, which works with the show. And he's got a range where he can teleport. He can do all these things. He can raise 5 hands. He can do all these little things because he's got other abilities coming as well, which you will see throughout the show. But yeah, I'd say it's really good. The entity of the Crooked Man is really solid as well. He can possess people. It's crazy. This show is insane. It's really good. But season 2 is really good right now. That's what I'm gonna say on that one right now. So those are probably my picks. Netflix, another banger from Netflix. Raising Dion picked up. Netflix picked them up, and I was like, yes. All the episodes are out. I'm trying to stop myself from watching all the episodes because I'm on episode 5 right now. I burnt through the first 4 episodes, and oh my gosh, the show is too good, bro. I'm watching 2 bingeable episodes. I'm fighting not to finish these shows off. I don't want to do it. I don't want to stop. I don't want to end. But yeah, so yeah, Raising Dion, solid. Anyone seen Shadowhunters here? Anyone seen Shadowhunters? Here?
No.
Oh yeah, Tara, you seen Shadowhunters? Okay.
Yes, right. Is it the Netflix one or the movie?
The Netflix, the TV show.
Yeah,
the TV show. Yeah, I've seen both. But yeah, the wolf, the female wolf, the one, her. She stars raising. She's the mom of Dion in the show. She's here, and we've got Alan Ritter. He stars in what is he? Jason Ritter. My bad. He stars in John of Arcadia. Anyone seen John of Arcadia, by the way? John of Arcadia. Great classic show. He stars that. He's in this as well. But yeah, that's my second pick. Netflix, Raising Dion. There we go. Really good right now. Everyone should check it out. Solid. Coming up. How many episodes are out right now? I think literally all together. Okay, 8 episodes. Yeah, so 8 episodes as well on that one. So yeah, check it out. I'm done. That's my 2 picks. Reacher, Raising Dion. Boom. Next up.
Excellent. Tara, do you want to go next, or will I take it?
Ladies last again.
Yeah,
Sorry
but
about that.
first, let's look at a titty man with only.
Oh my gosh!
With only Asian Japanese titty man with only a top. Okay, look, I feel like.
Is that Kota Ibushi? No, it's not.
It didn't like him as well. It actually didn't like Kota Ibushi.
For a second, I thought, wow, Tara's gone upstream with this, but no, it's not Kota Ibushi.
Okay. So I wanted to talk about All of Us a bit. Has anyone seen it?
All of Us are dead.
I haven't seen it.
All of Us are dead. Let's
Okay.
do it. But no
I'm
spoilers,
going to go into the
please.
details, so I'll go briefly. And it's actually currently, as you guys know, I'm not sure about the UK, but it's trending over here as the number one
Number one in this country as well.
in the UK as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, okay, that's really good. Okay, so basically it's about Korean zombies again, and for some reason, I don't know why Korean zombies run really fast.
That's the best zombies. Slow zombies suck. Running zombies are the best.
Is it? It's scarier than I had 2 nights of dreaming of zombies, and the first one I don't remember the dream, and the second one I dreamed that me and some of my close colleagues were. Oh yes, yeah, I dreamed that me and some of my close colleagues were actually, like running away from the zombies. Yeah. So yeah, okay. So that's and actually a bit scary though. So, this show basically is a high school setting where a bloody blasted science teacher who seems to have hate on humanity tried to create something that could transform his son into X-Men, basically, to fight back against the bullies, but he failed and he actually created a zombie virus on his son. His son, yeah, and by actually injecting something into, I don't know what the substance was, they could actually like reverse the virus, but there's no cure because the virus will just come back. And the son bit his wife, and so he's living in a shit house where 2 of his family members are infested, and it's so messy, and he's doing all the weird stuff over there, this science teacher. Okay, so then he actually infected a rat or hamster with the disease in school. And Troy, you've seen the first episode, right?
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna listen. I'm listening.
Okay, yeah. So this is how the outbreak starts. The bloody hamster actually bites a female student. Everyone suspects that science teacher of being a pervert and all because he's a bit weird. So some
he's a school teacher. Honestly, he's a pervert.
So some female student
his
lab and gets bitten by the bloody blasted hamster, and then she gets sick, and he kidnaps her and keeps her in the room basically, and everyone is looking for her. When she finally manages to escape, she starts biting people, and that's how the plague starts. It starts really, really fast because that girl was actually taken to the hospital, and she bit the hospital people, and it started spreading, and throughout the whole city. Yeah, it's a city called Hyosan. Let me just check if this place really exists, though. I'm not even sure if Hyosan exists on the map, to be honest. But I don't even see it. Oh, it's in Gyeonggi-do. So it's probably not even in Seoul. It's some other part of like South Korea.
I like that they actually said like where the virus actually started, because usually the virus is like just comes out of nowhere. No one knows who the heck started it usually, but in this show it sounds like
I would argue sometimes it doesn't matter where the virus has happened. You know what a zombie is, you just get on with it.
Exactly. But it's very rare that people say where it comes from until now. Which is
one of the most interesting ones. Last of Us, the fungal one. Apparently, in real life, that one. No, the Walking Dead can fuck off. The Left 4 Dead. No. The video game, The Last of Us, the zombie infection is fungal, and apparently that can really happen in real life.
Right. So actually, it's not far from Seoul. This municipal, it's a small town. In Gyeonggi is the province of Seoul. So yeah, I'm actually trying to find like where the hell is this, but I think it's a bit somewhere in the same province as Seoul, but outskirts maybe. Yeah. So and then that's how the virus starts about, and a few people manage to run to safety, which are the students that you actually see in the poster. So they actually take refuge in a classroom first, and they eventually make it to the rooftop. So it's like a high school version of The Walking Dead, basically. Yeah, and there are actually a few teams like grouped together and fighting the zombies. There was a baby, a policeman, a kid, and the funny part, there was an archer and a girl who keeps yeah, because actually before that the archery team went to the competition, but they failed. Yeah, so they came back to the school, and the lady archer, she was trying to find her brother that's actually in the group of students that survived. Yeah, so and then there's a girl that goes Ashiba, means I fuck it every time. That's actually one of my favorites because the way she swears Ashiba, like it's so cool. Yeah, she told me how to do it with swag, And yeah, the zombies are fast running. Realistically, I won't spoil, but some people will die. If being realistic, not everyone survives. And actually, some people become carriers. When bitten by the zombie, they are not fully infected. They still have their human conscious, so they can control it, but they still have the superhuman strength as a zombie. So there's this motherfucker of a bully called Guinam. One of the reasons why I dislike him is because he actually kind of resembles that Japanese guy I ghosted, the guy who tried to make out with me and begged me to be his girlfriend. And he had his house, his entire house had black walls and everything. It looked like a haunted house, like seriously. Yeah, so he actually looks like Greenham. Greenham looks like the guy, so that's why I'm like, Greenham so ugly. So basically, Greenham is the school bully who does a lot of shit to everyone.
We're talking about your personal life with the show. I can't anymore.
Show, yo. Yeah, so I mean there are a lot of things going on in this school. Like there's a popular kid, there's the sports team, blah blah blah, and then there's a group of bullies as well. Yeah. So Greenham is the head of the bullies. He actually asked his cronies to take this girl. Her name is Unji. She also ends up being a carrier after being bitten. Yeah. So I don't know. They actually tore off her clothes in front of the camera and filmed it. And he threatened someone else to bring him money. If not, he will upload this video by 9 a.m. tomorrow. So just when she was about to jump off the building, because she's constantly bullied, she see all the zombies jumping out of the window from the bottom because she's on the rooftop.
Oh, snap. You know what that reminds me of? High School of the Dead. Who was High School of the Dead?
Yeah, exactly.
You get off the rooftop.
When she gets bitten, right, this girl, she somehow found, and you know, once you get bitten, you're basically like immune. You can walk among the zombies and they won't bite you, even if you have the human conscious. They call them half zombies, humbies. So she got taken to a refugee camp where she said she was hungry, and she actually bit her friend in the camp. And that's when they actually found out about the asymptomatic cases. So they actually detained her for research. Yeah, so because of those asymptomatic cases, the rescue team refused to rescue anyone in school for potential carriers.
Okay, go ahead.
That's when shit starts to get real. Yeah, so in the end, they actually declared martial law. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, martial law.
Yeah. So I googled martial law in Korea. The last time it was in 1980. So yeah, in this show, for the first time since 1980, they actually declared martial law. So the military was literally in full control. So what they did was they didn't really rescue the survivors or residents of the town because one of the girls, So in the end, I can't really say what happened much, but so far they just what? Okay, maybe I won't go for the spoiler.
Not yet.
You've done really well so far.
Yeah, she's done well. She's done well so far.
By the way, I just want to call Troy out while you're taking a break. High School of the Dead is shite. Calling you out right now.
Isn't High School of the Dead full of girls with big titties?
High School of the Dead is iconic.
It's awful.
It's iconic.
Awful. It's full of people that need to be eaten.
Shut your mouth, man. It's the kind.
No. That show just loses all sense of what it's meant to be. First couple of episodes really good. Then it just ends up losing its way. Anyway, Tara, we were interrupting your picks. Sorry.
No,
it's okay. It's okay. I should actually stop because I think you should honestly watch.
All right. Much like when I agreed with Helen that Lost was a pretty good show. I'm going to tell. Troy will come around to my way of thinking of that. It's a shit show. It just takes time. Anyway, please go ahead.
High School of the Dead pictures right now. All I see are jiggly tits and anime people.
That's the problem. There is one bit where a bullet goes through a pair of breasts bouncing. Bullet time.
That is.
Like, Matrix bullet time. You're like,
I was like, no,
really? Get out of here, man! Don't need that stuff. Get out of here. Concentrate.
Yeah, so that is why I would recommend all of us are dead. And honestly, I don't know why Korean zombies are so fast. They just scare me. Actually, it scared me, to be frank. The Korean zombies, yeah.
Fast zombies.
Winning.
Yep.
Winning right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's all for my pick. Yeah.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh. Excellent. So this week I have been watching Pam and Tommy, which is the new. It's on Disney Plus.
Is it a porno?
No.
No.
So basically, it's the story of how their sex tape got leaked.
Oh, okay.
And why, and all of that stuff. And the cast in it are absolutely amazing. So Lily James is Pamela Anderson. Sebastian Stan is playing Tommy Lee.
Oh, snap, yeah.
Complete with prosthetic penis.
On a Disney Channel, on a Disney. My days, the days. And Mickey Mouse and Tommy's dick. Wow.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Seth Rogen is in it as well. Playing
well, I don't watch it now. I hate Seth Rogen. What a prick.
He's actually not annoying in this, so he's playing
That's
the guy.
Impossible.
That
must
promise.
be his twin.
Playing the guy who leaked the sex tape. So, but it's just as a kind of historical, but not history, but you know what I mean, like as a period piece, it's very interesting. And seeing Sebastian Stan with very little clothes on playing an absolute idiot is quite fun as well. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, but they do have an excellent voice cameo from Jason Mantzoukas, who is Pimento from Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Derek from The Good Place.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you who he plays, but because if I told you, you wouldn't believe me if you haven't seen it.
Okay, all right. I think I know where this is going. All right, okay.
Yeah, so it's just like as a period piece, like that time in the 90s, really interesting. I'm a bit wary because Pamela Anderson didn't want anything to do with it, nor has kind of said yes to any of it. But it's very clear that she was, because if you remember the time, she was kind of treated very badly for it, whilst Tommy Lee was treated as some kind of hero, which is a bit hypocritical at best, isn't it? But so the first episode is about how the guy gets his hands on the sex tape. The second episode is more about how Pam and Tommy meet. And then the third episode is how they begin to distribute it. So it's like the beginnings of the internet, so how they manage to get it out there. And Nick Offerman playing a porn producer is exactly as awesome as that sounds. So yeah, that is my pick.
I think it's watch this.
Definitely worth a look.
And hopefully Seth Rogen gets stabbed in the face and then just drops dead at the end of the series. That's what I want to see. Seth Rogen, he doesn't take drugs. He's not stoned. He doesn't do the same thing that he normally does in this.
It's not Seth Rogen's normal shtick. No, he definitely steps out of his box a little bit in this one.
He's the laziest man in Hollywood. Like,
I mean, there is some drug taking and wanking and all of that stuff, but it's not. It's the character's entire identity.
That's like you're telling me that Boris Johnson is Santa Claus and that like his that the Easter Bunny's real. I can't believe it. It's Seth Rogen. He normally plays the same stoner character every time.
Well, I think it helps that he's playing a real person.
Good.
That actually exists.
Seth Rogen. I wouldn't put anything past him. Like he is funny, but he just glides by on the same character. Like I avoid Seth Rogen movies because what you're getting.
He's not the main character in this. He's he's not a Seth Rogen. It's not a Seth Rogen TV show. It's a recent historical piece. But
I don't hate him because he's ginger. It's just because he reminds me of Ed Sheeran a lot as well. He looks a bit like Ed Sheeran, and I would like to batter Ed Sheeran as well with a baseball bat. So no, thank you for that pick. I do want to watch it. I make it sound like I have a problem with gingers. I don't. So like, would you recommend it? How many episodes is it?
I don't know how many there is total. I think it might be 6, but the first 3 are up on Disney Plus right now, and I think the others are coming fairly soon.
And it's got to be better than that Beatles thing.
That Beatles thing was art, man. I'm not having to say anything bad about that.
I watched it a little bit. It's just them talking.
Yeah, it's a moment. It's just a moment in time and a moment in history, and it's
great if you're a Beatles fan. I'm not well versed in it. I like the music, but I just don't know the history that well of where it is. If you know exactly in the Beatles' history where that lands, you're going to love that. I just watched it and went, this is kind of cool though. Watching them without like knowing that they're being filmed, kind of cool.
Watching an album being made and
just like doing knitting in the corner for the whole 4 hours. It's just like,
that's it. She's painted as the whole woman that split up the Beatles, but literally she is in the corner doing knitting. Like it's
just listening, and she's not saying anything. She's letting them do their music. She's not dictating anything.
Exactly.
She's not got John Lennon over in the corner, like, stay away from my husband.
Yeah, exactly.
She's just there. She's not trying to be the fifth Beatle. Some people have said that, but she's literally just like a wife. Like you would see Carmela hanging out with Prince Charles. She doesn't do anything. She's just there as a bit of eye candy.
Well, and she's not the only wife there either. Like Linda comes in with her child, and
vegetarian sausage rolls ideas,
Maureen Starkey's there as well, hanging out with Ringo, and it's everybody's wife is there. It's not like Ringo got not like Yoko got special treatment, is it? They're all there. So I think it does a lot to kind of, because the two people that got demonized about that period were Yoko and Paul McCartney, because it's made it like Paul McCartney was an absolute dictator on that shoot, telling everybody what they had to do and being quite a dick about it, but he absolutely wasn't. He was just trying to get their album made.
John Lennon was the problem. I've said that.
Yeah, he was absolutely.
Yeah,
and you can see that quite clearly. He tried the whole Alan Klein thing. Well, that I could really get into big Beatles history now, but nobody's going to be interested. But yeah, it was what split them up was the battle between John and Paul about who was going to manage them next.
So I have an email. Thank you. We're all done. Sorry. Sorry. I have an email from Joey from New York. Please let it be Joey from Friends. It's not Joey from Friends. Should I say it in a Joey accent? No, I'm not going to do that. Does want Tara to rank the 3 hot Asian men in terms of hotness.
Which 3?
Asian men. Just as Asian men.
Just Asian men.
Why, Joey? Why? Why must you
be intrigued by this? So what was the question again?
Can you just rank the 3 hottest Asian men? Doesn't say country. Asian men.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Joey is Tara in a moustache and glasses.
I think Tara sent me this email on the YouTube comments page just to get me.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Let's rate the Asian men.
3.
Okay.
No, your top 3 Asian men. We don't want to hear all the Asian men. 3.
Okay. We're gonna
be until Christmas.
Okay. First,
Helen will miss her wedding. I'll have a beard.
Look, okay.
Look like Gandalf.
This is gonna be Jungkook from BTS. Second is gonna be Im Chang-kyun from Monster X, and third is gonna be Wonho from Monster X.
Okay, cool, fantastic.
I love Korean, yo.
Cool, lovely, cool.
Okay. And who asked that question, by the way?
Joey from New York.
Is that a guy or a girl? Sorry.
We don't know. It could be. It's Joey. It's Joey. We don't presume who it is. We just say the name Joey. That could be a boy or a girl. I don't know.
Right.
Troy. Which? Okay. Oh, this is a great question.
Okay.
This is a Stardom question.
Oh my. Okay. All right.
Wrestling question. Okay.
Nice.
Which current Stardom girls which top 3 Stardom girls do you think could crack America with AEW or WWE?
Oh,
this is where Tara and Helen just die of.
Okay. No, I can listen.
I'm gonna bounce in because quite rudely he or she did not include me in the fucking question. Fuck you. I'm just gonna say, what do you reckon?
Okay. Who's the
We've
person?
already talked about it. It's the ones that can speak English quite well.
Who's the person who sent this in?
Joey. So I would say we said Maki from Cosmic Angels.
Yeah, I'll say. I think I'm gonna go for probably easier ones. I'll say because I think they're easy crossover. AZM is one of them.
Azumi.
Yeah, AZM. Yeah.
Why? Can she speak English?
Oh man, she's got that star quality. We can just tell it, man. She just oozes star quality, man. She can talk English a little bit as well.
I would put Goguma in there because she does that bear thing. That will get. You see how
No.
I would because she's got that bear thing of the ears, and that would get her over like Rover, mate. I'm telling you.
They've got too many comedy characters on AEW so far right now. To be honest, no, I don't think she'll go that well.
I think my Sakurai. No, not her. Never her.
Mina.
Sorry, that's it.
Number one.
She would go over big.
She'd be huge on the West, man. She'd be huge.
She speaks English really well as well. So the crossover.
Mina's my number one. Third.
Guerrera. Toxic Spider. She would be massive in America.
Oh, she's from that Walter-esque. She's Austrian, isn't she? So
yeah.
So technically, she's I wouldn't really count her right now because I think she automatically translate. I want to get someone who's like from.
And Utami Hayashita. Yeah, she's definitely like she can speak English as well apparently, and she could really bounce people off the canvas, mate. Little powerhouse.
I know Konami's on a break right now, hiatus. But I think Konami would do well in on the West. I think she'd do well. Konami would do well.
Underrated. Lulia as well. Like she's born in the UK, half Italian, half Japanese.
Yeah.
She can speak English. Arrivederci.
I'm trying to get this strictly like Japanese, but Julia for sure. Yes,
because she's half Japanese, half. We all remember her and Hana Kimura as like half Japanese, half something else.
Indonesian.
I'm the only one that can be half Japanese, bitch. All right, let's headbutt each other for half an hour. Come on, them. Let's have a fight. Let's have a fight in the dressing room and throw.
Julia Hana fight forever. That was me, but yeah, I'd say AZM
Azumi.
So I'd call AZM because AZM. Her, Mina, and as I said before, what was the third one? It was
Toxic Spider.
Toxic Spider.
I don't remember her name because it's some Australian thing.
Yeah. Azumi, Mina, and Konami. Those were my three.
I would pick Utami because she feels like the next big Oscar. Go to America, speaks English, doesn't have the language barrier, can just get over with her work rate and her personality.
Great worker.
Because in America, you need to have a personality. You can't just go there and kick someone in the face for half an hour. You kind of need to get the. In Japan, it's all about the work rate. In America and everywhere else, you kind of need to have the play to the crowd thing as well to get them involved in the match as well. You kind of need to be able to do that. Those ones I've selected can do that.
Mayu will be a good. She'd do well over there as well.
Mayu will just throw baseballs at people.
Mayu will do well as well.
Sparking children out with massive speedball runs.
Mayu will be tight. She'll be tight.
Twat out a John Cena fan. Just twat out those annoying kids who chat. That's getting Cena smack in the face with a baseball. Shut up.
Oh my days, no. You know what would be good over there as well? You know what I'm talking about. Starlight Kid, bro. Starlight Kid would be lit over there.
Someone with a mask on. She's got a lot of potential. Anyway, let's just stop talking about wrestling.
Yes. Oh yes, those are my three. AZM, Azumi, Mina, and so it was Konami. There you go. That's my three.
I like it.
Ben, what's your three? Ben?
I've just done my three. Utami, Mina, and Julia.
Okay, cool.
Because those three have got unique. Plus, they can speak English.
Ben, you copped out. You got the easy one. You copped out. You got the Julian there. You copped out. Full Japanese.
No, I didn't go. I did cop out. I'm going. I think you need to speak English. If you can't speak English, like if you see who in AEW, like Hikura, what's her name? The one with the big sword.
Yeah, Karashida.
Yeah, that one. She can speak English and she connects with the crowd more. If you can't speak English. I mean, look at Riho. The crowd doesn't give a shit about Riho because she can't speak English. You need to be able to connect.
Riho has just got a weird working style, though. So
she looks like a flipping 5-year-old anorexic child. You're meant to knock over big girls. It doesn't work.
Her look is just her look.
That's stuff about the wrestling train. We're going to kill this podcast. Right.
Yes, okay, continue. That's me done. Thank you for the question, Joey. You're the man.
Thank you, Joey. Anyway, there is a question for Helen as well. Hold on a minute. Let me just.
Oh.
Who is not invited to your wedding?
What do you mean? Is that a question for me?
Yeah.
That's most people in the world.
Don't even.
You should go say that.
Have I got the question wrong?
I don't know how you answer that question.
No, that's wrong. Yeah, that's all up to you. That's all up
Who's
to you.
not allowed it? Boris Johnson. No, okay.
I don't know. We're not inviting anybody just because we have to.
No, you don't want to invite just people.
Yeah, that's up to you, mate. It's personal.
Yeah, sometimes you go to weddings and it's like your second cousin from your dad's side that you've met twice in your life is upset that they're not invited.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't want to be.
I'm not having that. I'm not playing that game.
Yeah, don't.
If you upset people, you upset people. Just pick the closest ones that are definitely worth keeping.
If I ain't gonna buy you dinner, if I don't want to buy you dinner on any other day, why do I want to buy you dinner on my wedding day? Is the way I see it.
Like that.
Right.
So yeah.
Lovely. Right, so we are gonna go. So guys, do use your spiral, Twitter, emails, all that shit, and your YouTube channels. I'm just gone.
See your
anytime. Who wants to go?
Oh, it's how we do. Find me on the Square Eyes Syndrome Twitter and Gmail, which is Square Eyes Sins, so SYN. That's at twitter.com and at gmail.com if you want to email or follow us on Twitter.
Yes. Check out my channel, yo, Asian Boys. Buff Asian Boys.
Young boys, careful. You sound like a paedophile and you just...
That's not even wrong.
And men all 18 plus, okay? All the K-pop artists I follow now are like 18 plus. So
if that comes out, then we're going to have to go back and blackball you from all the episodes, and there's just going to be like a massive cut across all previous episodes.
Cancelled. Be careful that one.
Sean's got his work cut out.
Yeah, because Ben knows about
pretend that Tara's there.
Hey, Ben knows all about that. Checking them ages, bro. Hey, checking them ages.
Shut the fuck up.
We know about this. We know about Ben's history, man.
Oh,
we know.
God, this old joke? Okay.
But I've got to bring it back for that, man. I've got to bring it back.
Hey,
but,
Tara, you were talking, yeah. So, what's the name of the channel?
Where can we find you? Yes.
It's called Chloe's channel. It's in the link down below.
Troy, what about you?
Legends of All 101, pop culture news, reviews, reactions, all that good stuff. You can check me over there on YouTube. There you
go. Okay. And as always, that's it. And there's a Facebook group. Go face that. It's Square Syndrome. Just go find it. You guys can do it. We're not linking it. Go find it. We do enough for you. We give you free content each week. Go find the other stuff. All right. So it's goodbye for me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye for me.
Goodbye for me.
Is Tara staring at titty Asian men again on her phone? I'm just interested.
Yes.
Don't ever change. Right. Did you? Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on what your mouth just did there. So it's goodbye, finished, bye bye, have fun. Yeah.
Bye.